Hey y'all, welcome to another video. This is the Chandra Lachey Show. I know it's been a minute, y'all. I was trying to look, I'm already messing up. I've been trying to get this set up together because it's been years and years and years since I used this microphone and filmed anything. I think my last video was something about like motherhood or something, but y'all don't care about that. I know I said I was going to be consistent, but baby, if I gotta talk, I'm just gonna get on here and talk. And if I feel like filming, I'm a film. And if I feel like editing and uploading, I'm a upload. That ain't gonna be every week. It ain't gonna be every month. It may not even be every year, honey. But here I am because I got something to talk about. So, what brought me here today is I know by now, all of y'all done heard GNX by Kendrick Lamar. No skips. Fire album. And before I get into what I want to talk about, I also want to acknowledge other albums that was really, really great this year that I feel like it's getting overshadowed, which I understand why, but it doesn't mean that their albums wasn't good. Number one of my favorite albums this year besides GNX by Kendrick Lamar was Gloria by Glorilla. That was banging. Like, my favorite song on there gotta be the one with her and Meg. How I look, beefing with a nah. I forgot the words, but I love that song. She goes so hard. Like, I love when Meg raps. Like, she goes so hard. It's like, damn. That was a good album. That was almost completely a no skips album, but I think the only song I didn't too much care for. Actually, I don't remember what song I didn't too much care for. Most of her songs is on my playlist. Another good album this year was, I don't know if it was an album or if it was an EP, but one of my favorites was Alligator Bites Don't Heal by Dolce. All them Grammy nominations that she got, she completely deserves, because that is another album with no skips. I got a lot of favorites on that album. I like the Nissan song, the Nissan Ultima song. I like Wait. That song spoke to my soul. Like, I cried the first time I heard that. And I also cried of Boom Pap. When she started like speaking in tongues in Boom Pap, tears. I was in shambles, bitch. Like, I was in shambles. I don't know why. I think just when I hear great shit, like, it just sends me to a place. But anyway, and don't get me started on Megan Act 2. Like, I think she dropped album 1, Megan Act 1, earlier this year. And of course, the Matushi Gasta, whatever that song is, that was good. My favorite on her Act 2 was Bigger in Texas. She ate. And TYG, Test Your Gangster, I like that song too. Cause I always like rage rap. Like, actually Dolce got me on that with Pacer like 2 years ago. I was going through a lot and I hated everybody, and I heard the song by Dolce called Pacer, and I just wanted to smash pumpkins. Like, I wanted to smash pumpkins out of anger. And that kind of ties into everything that I wanted to talk about GNX. One of the things that inspired me to make this video was because GNX, hold on, before I get into it, I know I said that before, but before I get into it, what a work of art. There is absolutely no skips on that album. There is no skips, y'all. No skips. I'm gonna go through all my favorites, and then I'm gonna get to the reason why I'm making this video. So, first of all, my number one favorite song on that album is Hey Now. He be like, damn, baby. And I'm like, who the fuck you talking to, Kendrick? What is you trying to do? What you trying to do? Hey now, say now, all about my end. Okay, so anyway, I love that song. Of course, Squabble Up, because we've been waiting for that since Not Like Us dropped. The Not Like Us video dropped. That shit go hard. What's my other one? Dodger Blue. Ain't no sleeping in on Sunday. Hey, yeah, I love that. And then, of course, I liked Luther and Gloria because our good girl SZA did her thing, the mole of it all. She did her good one. Her big one. She did her big one. Um, yeah, but the song that really got me here that was very, very meaningful to me was Reincarnated. First of all, the fact that he did that on a Tupac beat, art. I didn't know music could be art like this until Kendrick. Like, what the fuck you wearing, bro? It's tacky. It's not tacky. It's beautiful. Wait, when I said that, it just reminded me of that. Anyway, um, I love the song Reincarnated because he talks a lot about his experience of his past life regression. And I have went through that twice. Once last year and the second time today. And when I tell you the one that I went through today was like, I don't want to say life changing, but it was definitely changed my perspective on how I see things. So, let me get into a little bit of the song that Kendrick is talking about or a little bit of the lyrics that Kendrick is talking about and Reincarnated. In Reincarnated, he's talking about how he went through a life regression and he went through all these multiple lives. And just so happened, he goes through multiple lives of artists. He goes through there's one lady, and I'll try to find her video and tag it in it if I have the energy, y'all, because I haven't edited in a while, so I don't really know. But I'll try to tag her video to where she goes into depth of the artist that he was before he was Kendrick, and he also goes into like a conversation about Lucifer, which I thought was very, very interesting. But I'll get into I don't even know if I'm gonna get into that because the purpose of this video was just for me to tell my side of my past life regression, the one that I feel is very, very relevant to my life path right now. So I'll start with my first time going to a hypnotherapist and experiencing a life regression, a past life regression. So the first time I went, I'm not gonna go into detail. The first time I went, I was a fugitive, like in Egyptian times. I don't know. I was a fugitive. I'd escaped. I was in like the forest or something, and I was trying to find people to break me out of my handcuffs. They couldn't break me out of my handcuffs, so that life was over. The second life that I had in my first regression was I was a white passing man in London, and I had this beautiful, beautiful wife that just loved me, and I loved the hell out of her, and still looking for that love here in this life. Ain't found it yet, but listen, that life was so impactful to me. If I never find nobody to love me like that ever again, I'm okay, because at least I experienced it in my past life regression. My third life, on my first past life regression session, damn, I can't even remember it. I can't remember my third life because the second life just took over everything. I was like, oh, I ain't never felt no love like this. Like, oh, it was just amazing. But I can't remember who I was in the third life regression that I went through in my first session. So anyway, this morning I had another past life regression. It was more of a party, so it wasn't like a one-on-one to where like the therapist could explain to me what was going on. But girl, it was crazy. So my first life regression, I went through 3 lifetimes, and I was human in all 3 of those lives. This one, though, I was not a human being. So if you don't know anything about hypnosis, it's not what they say it is in the movies. Let me explain that before I explain what I went through. What it is basically like you're laying down in a comfortable place, or you don't have to lay down. Some people sit up in a chair, but you're comfortable. You make sure you're in a comfortable position, and she talks to you. She's like, okay, you're feeling relaxed, and then when I count to 5, you'll be completely relaxed. And then when I count to this number, blah blah blah, she goes through a series of these preparations to get your mind relaxed, to get your mind outside of yourself, because she's trying to get to your subconscious mind. Because if you're conscious and you're trying to piece stuff together, like, it's just basically just talking to a regular therapist. But she does it to the fact to where she gets into your subconscious mind. I guess there's a science to it. If there's a science, I don't know nothing about it, but sometimes I don't be thinking it be working. It be working. So, basically she gets to a point where, like, try to open your eyes. If you try to open your eyes, you're not going to be able to open your eyes at this time, because you're completely relaxed and we are here. And that's why you kind of have to have an open mind for it. If you're already skeptical, your critical mind, your conscious mind is not going to allow you to dig deep, and you're just going to be wasting your time and your money. So she goes into basically subdue your conscious mind. And a lot of times throughout this session, I noticed I was asleep. But when she talks, my mind comes back up and I'm like, oh shit, what I'm supposed to be looking at. So in this particular time, she's asking me questions like, what do your surroundings look like? Do you feel your legs? Are you a man? Are you a woman? Are you outside? Are you inside? Is it day? Is it night? Are you hot? Are you cold? Like, what do you see around you? And she's asking me these questions, and I'm kind of getting frustrated, thinking that it's not working, because I don't know if I'm a man or a woman. I don't know what time. I don't have no concept of time, and I don't know where I am. So at first, and it's all in your mind's eye. It's kind of like when you daydream and you see something in your mind, but you don't physically see it, but you know it's in your mind. It's like that. And so I was in my mind and I seen all this blue. I see trees and I'm like, I don't know what the hell going on. Like, this ain't working. And I just sit there and I'm like, okay. She always, like, before, like the 2 times that I went to her, she's like, don't let your consciousness talk you out of this. Don't try to piece it together. Just look and see what you see. Like, and so my consciousness started to come up, and I'm like, okay, I just want to look and see what I see, right? Right? So, all of a sudden, I see, like, an elephant trunk, like, whoop, whoop. And I was like, oh my God, I am an elephant. I'm an elephant. So, once I figure out that I'm an elephant, I'm walking with my tribe. Like, we having a good ass time. Like, we just walking. We going through water. We bathing and stuff. We eating trees. The trees taste good. Like, we going through it, girl. Like, we is just walking. And then suddenly, these, I want to call them settlers. I don't know what they were, but they were humans. These settlers come and they just start slaughtering my family. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And so I started swinging my trunk around, trying to attack them. And at this point, me physically, I fall asleep. But then, like, I started jolting. Like, I had a jolt. I was like, ah. And it hurt. It hurt real bad. And so I'm back into the elephant life. And I realized I'm being electrocuted with something. Like, there's a jolt of energy. There's a jolt of heat. It hurts. So I run. Me and one other elephant, we run into the forest and we hide. Somehow, big ass elephants, we was able to hide. And I seen, like, my whole tribe of people, or of elephants, get slain. And my physical body, as I'm laying down, I start to sob so bad. Like, I am boo-hooing. Like, this shit is so real to me. Like, I'm just completely devastated. And so she's like, okay, so let's switch to another scene later on in their life. So when that happened, I'm my age now, I'm 34. And so she's like, let's switch over to later time in that same life. And so the later time in that same life, I'm 54. So at this time, I don't know who this elephant is. It gives sibling energy, but I don't know who it is in my real life. Like, I have no idea who this person is, but it gives like sister brother energy. But we have connected ourselves. Like, we have been included into another tribe of elephants who are just like the other ones, but different. We're going through our life. We're eating trees or eating leaves. We're just living our natural lives. And I understand in my mind that this is a great thing that we've been integrated into like a new tribe, but the hurt and the pain, like the hurt and the pain of what I seen my last tribe of elephants go through, it's just hurting so bad that I can't appreciate the new tribe that is accepted me and my sibling. And so she's like, okay, so go back further into the same life. And so I go back further. So I'm 54 at the time I figure out we're integrated into a new tribe. And then I'm 203 years old. And I'm laying on the ground. I can't pick myself up. I'm laying on the ground. I know I'm about to die. And I'm looking around. I see a whole herd of elephants, but I also see humans there. Now, in my mind, going through it, I'm like, I don't trust humans. Like, humans were the ones who killed my family, but somehow from being 54 to 203, I've trust humans. So like, I'm happy to see the humans there helping to basically pass me over. And so while they're going through the ceremony, every time I breathe, I can feel like my spirit leaving the elephant body. And I'm about to tear up. I can feel myself like leaving my elephant body, but it was like a celebration. It was like a true homegoing. Like, I didn't see anybody sad. I didn't see anybody crying in sorrow. Everybody was happy. It's like they were lifting my spirits up to the heavens. And like, the humans were dancing. The elephants on the tribe that I was a part of, they started like real loud. Like, they started stomping their feet. Like, everybody, it was loud. It was loud, and it was a party. It was a celebration. And like, I felt like I was so happy that they were celebrating me, but I was sad to leave them at the same time. And it's like, every breath that I took, I could feel my spirit like elevating out of my body. And like, before I took my last breath, I was looking down at myself as an elephant, big as hell, huge ass elephant. But I seen like all these elephants. It was like Lion King or something. I seen all these other elephants and these humans like celebrating me. And I remember being sad to leave them, but being so exceptionally happy that I'll be reconnected to like my first family that was slaughtered by the settlers. And so after that, we did some more things, but it's something that I don't care to share. But that was the most impactful part of the life regression. And I feel like it has a lot to integrate with my life as a whole, because I always had the questions, and I've been praying to God, like, why do I always have to deal with so much betrayal, unloyalty, and things like that, to where it hurts me so bad to where I just want to give up. Like, I just want to give up. And what I got out of that whole thing was, accept what happened to you. You don't need to hold on to that hurt. And I feel like what I've been doing in my life, as far as like people who I feel like should be, or people that I feel like should have treated me better, is I deal with a lot of unforgiveness. Like, see this? I'm gonna cut myself. I'm cutting myself. You see this blood? Look what you did to me. This is what I gotta live with. And it's like, yeah, you cutting your own palm, but people don't give a fuck about that. You cutting your own palm is not hurting those other people. Let it go and move on. And be receptive to the people who want to accept you as who you are. Even with all those, hurts and betrayal, it just taught me like the cycle of life. Like, not necessarily people die, but there's cycles. Life is a cycle. Things die so that other things can be brought anew. And if you're holding on to the dead thing, you don't have room to accept new things. And if you're feeling like, oh, like how I could have felt about those settlers. Oh, those settlers, like they killed my family. Like, I should stomp them dead. Like, let me beat myself up to see how bad they made me feel. They don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, they did the shit because they don't care about you. But you have to care enough about yourself to move forward and to compost the dead thing so that you can receive a new thing. And what I mean about compost is like when you get rid of eggshells, or there's a certain part of a vegetable or fruit that you don't use. If you have compost, you can use that as fertilizer to make new plants grow. It gives nutrients to the new plants. Like, there's always a cycle of life. Things die, but just because it died doesn't mean it can't be renewed, or just because it dies doesn't mean that it can't nourish something new. But if you're holding on to something so hard that I can't let this go, you can't let new things flourish. And that's what I learned from that past life regression. It just really changed how I see everything. And so I just wanted to share that message because I thought it was beautiful. And thanks to Kendrick Lamar, he inspired me because I had a past life regression last year, but I just didn't feel comfortable enough to share it. But I feel like this is very impactful for what I've been through in my life and what I'm currently going through, to like move forward, not in hurt, but move forward, because that's what life is. Life is just repurposing the horrible, tragic shit that happened to you and transmuting it into something beautiful, a new life, And so, yeah. Thanks, Kendrick. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. If you would like to know more information on past life regression, I can tell you the lady that I went to, or that I've been going to for the past 2 times that I went. I just love to know your opinions. And again, like, you can share, subscribe, comment, subscribe, whatever they say on these platforms. But girl, I don't know if I'm going to be that consistent. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm trying to, because I just want this to be like a platform where I just speak my mind. But this is the internet, so... And I'm very sensitive about my shit. I'm an artist. Very sensitive about my shit. So, I don't know when the next time I'm going to say something. But I just wanted to say that. And maybe when I'm editing, I may have missed something. I don't know. But that's just what I wanted to say. Don't let life's circumstances keep you still. Transmute that into energy to where you can move forward and be a better person, period. Because it's a lot of people whose trauma will freeze you in time. I feel like music and trauma is a time machine. Trauma keep you stuck. Music brings you back to life. Sometimes, depending on the type of music you listen to, can shift you forward. Like, I feel like Kendrick's Reincarnated song shifted me forward, and I'm not stuck anymore. My perspective has changed. I'm not cutting my own hand to spite another person when at the end of the day it's only hurting me. I'm letting the shit go. If you fuck with me, you don't. If you do, good. So that's it. Thanks for listening. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you. Let me know. Get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, bye.